That food 5 days a week gets picked up by our drivers and our volunteers. It gets sorted through back in our warehouse. It gets inventoried, and then it gets distributed. You know, as far as warehouses go, we don't have the largest warehouse in the industry, but we're able to distribute that amount of food because of the quick turnaround. So a lot of the times when we recover something, it's on someone's plate by dark.
And this food would otherwise be going into landfills.
It would.
And so does some of our food come from tractor trailers and other kinds of stuff like that?
It does. So another thing about food warehouses is they have incredibly high standard because that food is going to restaurants and it's going to, you know, fast food restaurants and other chains. So they have incredibly high standards. So if some gentleman were to maybe stack pallets a little too high and the boxes got crinkled, that food is going to get rejected from that warehouse, and that truck driver has a decision. He can either go and tip it in a landfill, or he can give us a call, and more times than not we get a call. So we were fortunate enough to get truckloads full of incredible meat and produce. You know, one of my favorite memories, one of my favorite stories is the potato story. So about 2 years ago, we got a call from a truck driver, and he had an entire tractor trailer load full of potatoes. It's about 44,000 pounds of potatoes, and then the next day it happened again. And the reason those were rejected is because they were 1 degree off. They were 1 degree off in that trailer, and they had to be rejected. And we were more than happy to take them. So in a 48-hour period, we received almost 90,000 pounds of potatoes, and I'm really proud of the team and the folks that work at CHOW that we were able to distribute those in less than 36 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, we had to. Yeah. They went all over the southern tier, but you know, after Broome County became saturated in starch, we had to look other places for them to go. But they were distributed, and it was just one of those. You felt really good about yourself that all of that food didn't go to waste.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive because they get the same rate. The companies that own the produce or own the stuff that's in the side of the truck, they'll get the same rate as if they give it to us or if they put it in a landfill. But it allows them the opportunity at least to give to a real need within our community.
Yeah. You know, one of my favorite parts about this position, about working for this organization, about working for the Council of Churches, is you get to see people. You get to see people, and you get to see kind of a wide variety of humanity. And I've found through this job and through, you know, that people are mostly good. So when a truck driver comes and, you know, he has to spend his time unloading that truck and the sun and the heat and sometimes the snow and the rain, when he could have just dumped it, it really is incredible to see that somebody really took the time to do that. You really get to see the best in people.
Yeah. Yeah, I've helped truckers unload at the council too, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yep.
They want to help, and they're so proud to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So this is yet you know, another thing that people would be giving to through the hunger walk. Anything else that you want to highlight?
I'm trying to think. Well, another thing that we're really trying to focus on is food access. So if anybody's ever heard the term food desert, that's a geographical location to where the folks living in there cannot get to a grocery store if they don't have transportation. If they're disabled or if they're just not able to get there, they often have to rely on unhealthy food. So they're doing their shopping at gas stations and dollar stores and corner stores where they really don't have a lot of green stuff, not a whole lot of frozen meat or reasonably priced dairy. And if they do have any of that stuff, like I said, it's very expensive. So people use up their benefits, they don't last as long, and then they rely even further on emergency food programs. So one of the things that we've really tried to do is increase access to affordable groceries. In 2014, we did that with our CHOW Bus produce markets, which was a low-cost, no-cost produce market. And that really evolved into 2 market vans that were staffed by AmeriCorps service members. And then things kind of changed where we lost AmeriCorps service members, and we finished renovations on that bus into a mobile grocery store. So this is a full-size school bus with coolers and freezers, air conditioners, lights, produce section, and racking for non-perishables. And we're now able to drive that right into a food desert community and offer that to the residents there. And all of the money, all the proceeds from that grocery store goes directly into feeding children during the summer. So it's been incredible. This summer we were able to provide over 30,000 meals to families with children.
And that schedule for the CHOW bus, where would people find that?
That's on our website as well, and also our Facebook page. Yeah, if anybody would like updates on what CHOW is doing or the Council of Churches, they're more than welcome to like us and follow us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Feel free to message us. I know when someone messages the CHOW Facebook, comes right to me. I'm more than happy I can talk about CHOW and the council all day, so feel free to ask any questions or anything like that.
And again, where are some of the places that the CHOW bus ends up at?
So one of the main places that we like to focus on is the north side of Binghamton, which is, I think, one of the most famous examples of a food desert. There hasn't been a fully functioning grocery store there since, I think it's 1992 or 1993, so a very long time since there's been a grocery store there. So we try to focus on that place, the Lee Barta Community Center, Town and Country Apartments, and also the Binghamton Plaza. Downtown Binghamton is also another aspect of the county that is, there really isn't a good grocery store there. So we try to be at the Broome County Library. Also senior living facilities. So maybe senior living facilities aren't located within food deserts, but it's really difficult for the seniors to get out to grocery stores and do shopping. So we're able to pull that bus right up there and offer those groceries to them.
And if people aren't food insecure, can they use the CHOW bus? Can anybody buy things from the CHOW bus?
Anybody can come onto the CHOW bus. Where else can you donate to childhood hunger and also purchase food on a school bus? If anything, it's just a great conversation starter. Where I bought my eggs last night? It was at the at the CHOW bus. It was on a school bus. Come by and check it out, and yeah, anybody can. There's no requirements. If anything, we'd like as many people as possible to shop on the bus because it really does, in the end, it feeds more people.
Yeah, when my mom was here, she lives in Michigan, and so my mom came last summer to visit, and I took her to the CHOW bus, and we went through the bus. We got some produce, we got some rice and some things, and then we went home and we made dinner. So it was kind of a an event for her because she had never seen anything like that in operation. So it was a really kind of a cool thing to do. And so it's not just for people who need access, but it's for everyone, again, so that we can increase the amount of food that goes to kids who are in need over the summer.
Exactly. Yep.
And so the hunger walk that we're doing this on September 16th at Binghamton University, it is really designed at noon, right? It's at 12 o'clock?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
Yep.
Show up at 1 o'clock. This is designed to help us be able to work through these various programs and to be able to do more, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I said, I really don't know a lot of places where your dollar goes so far. And not only does it purchase food for the hungry, but food access to those living in food deserts, job training, financial literacy, nutrition education, food recovery. So the list really just goes on and on as far as what a dollar donated to CHOW does. Is
there a general goal that we're trying to meet through the CHOW walk?
Yeah, as far as the hunger walk goes, we don't have an official goal met. I know as far as our sponsors go, they've been more than generous.
Who are some of those sponsors?
So CHOW has sponsored the walk again this year. They have been incredible partners, not just in the walk, but in general. They have done incredible things for CHOW and the Council of Churches. Another is BAE Systems is also sponsoring again this year. And those are kind of our main, our banner sponsors, as well as Binghamton University Dining Services.
And by the community coming together, we're able to help more people in our community experience, you often look at an apple as being just an apple, but it really is care, love, joy that's being shared with another person too through that apple.
Not just that, but sometimes that's an experience. I've heard stories of children who didn't know that peaches didn't come from a can, didn't know what a peach looked like, and in its natural state, and when someone handed it to them, they didn't know what it was. So one of my favorite examples is the broccoli story. So it takes a child, 7 exposures to broccoli in order for them to become accustomed to that. And so someone living in poverty, someone living in, not the best financial situation, they're not going to buy broccoli 7 times knowing that their child isn't going to eat it. They're going to get mac and cheese. They're going to get, the processed food. So CHOW is the place where people are able to be exposed to those healthy foods, which is something that we really like to focus on. Healthy, nutritious foods at a low cost or no cost, and that changes lives.
So again, everyone, my guest today has been Jack Seman, the CHOW director. Jack, it's been great having you on, and come out for the Hunger Walk on September 16th. It'll be life-changing, I can assure you. Thanks for being on.
Of course. Thanks for